Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Coach Kelvin. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can get more videos on this. And today we are going to tackle calculus 1, that's first principle of differentiation. So I'm going to define what is first principle. And first principle is that y plus the change in y is equal to x plus the change in x. Now to get y is equal to y plus the change in y. Now to get x is equal to x plus the change in x. So the first principle says that if I'm having the limit, let's say fx. So to differentiate this one, I'm going to get the f prime of x, the limit, that is the limit of f, the limit of f, that is x plus delta x, then minus the limit of f of x, then over delta x. Let's say if I have an equation like, let's say as x approaches to 0, then solve y is equal to 1 over x using first principle method. So for this equation, this is y is equal to 1 over x. But the value of x is equal to x plus delta x. So I'm going to get that's y plus delta y is equal to x plus delta x. Then to get now change in y is equal to x plus delta x minus y. So this is the equation to get the change in y now. But the equation, they have said that solve y is equal to 1 over x using first principle. So y is equal to, so I'm going to use the change in y is equal to 1 over x. X is x plus delta x. Because this is y plus change in y is equal to 1 over x plus delta x. So y plus change in y is equal to 1 over x plus delta x. So for me to remain with change in y here, change in y is equal to 1 over x plus delta x, then minus y. But y is equal to 1 over x. So change in y is equal to 1 over x plus delta x, then minus y. That's minus y is 1 over x. So I'm going to get the LCM of x plus delta x, which is I multiply, which is x plus delta x multiplied by x. Then this one goes here 1, so it's x, 1 times x is x, then minus this one goes here, it is x plus delta x, because it's 1 minus. So change in y is equal to x minus x, then minus change in x over x plus change in x. You notice this one and this one cancel out, because this is positive x minus x cancelled out. So change in y is equal to negative change in x over x plus change in x multiplied by x. So reaching at this point, you divide by changing. So divide by changing x. So if I divide this one by changing x, now it will be dy, this change in y is equal to negative change in x over x plus change in x multiplied by x, then divide by change in x. So change in y, I divide both sides, so divide by change in x is equal to negative change in x over x plus change in x multiply by x, then multiply by the reciprocal. This is the same as divide by change in x is the same as change in x over 1. Now multiply by the reciprocal, which is 1 over the change in x. And notice this one, 1, here 1. So change in y over change in x is equal to negative, this is negative 1 over x plus the change in x, then x. So my final answer now, this is change in y over the change in x. Change in x is equal to negative 1 over, that is x plus change in x multiplied by x. Now I introduce the limit as x approaches to 0. I replace it, so replace change in x with 0. So change in y over change in x is equal to negative 1 over x plus 0, then multiply by x. So my final answer, change in y over change in x, is equal to, this is negative 1, x plus 0, that is x multiplied by x, that is x squared. So this is my final answer, change in y over change in x is the same as, that's the same as negative 1 over x squared. So this is the final answer. And if you use the general method to differentiate this equation, you will get that dy over dx is equal to negative 1 over x squared. And now this is the final answer. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe so that you can get more of this video. In the next episode, we are going to tackle implicit differentiation. Be blessed.